Okay, everybody. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna grout where the tile is. My wife came out here and did it last night. She usually does the grout. I don't. I've never done it, so it's gonna be a first for me. So what we use is this pre-mix grout. You just pick the color that you want, and then you just shove it in there. You have a wet sponge to get finished, and then she uses this to shove it down in there good, this to get it out, which she didn't clean last night, and then you use this to kind of pick up the extra, and then of course the wet sponge to wipe it down when you get done. Okay, we got the water. Let's get some grout now. She puts the plastic that came with it over the top to kind of help keep it moist. So keeps it sealed up to where it don't dry out on you. So I think the main thing is you just want to get it smeared in there good. And like I said, she uses that other tool for it. I don't know what the difference is really. As long as you get it shoved down in there. I think that's the main thing. Maybe this scratches the tile. Maybe that's why she doesn't use this. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay. I think that worked pretty good. Definitely, this helps on the cleanup, I know that. We were doing this and not taping it off, and you could see how much would get on the wood. So you can see where we was having issues with that, I'm sure. think that's pretty good. Oops. I think you just want to make sure that the tile's clean. I know one time we didn't wipe off the tile good, and it stuck to it pretty bad. And then I had to actually try to sand some of it off, and it took some of the coating or some of the tile, you know, the decorative stuff off. So that's definitely something you gotta be careful of. I think every chair that we've done, we've made a mistake on it or something has happened. So it's all a learning process. Let me close this up, get it out of the way. I'll just have to buff that, I guess, where she left that on there. It is what it is. Okay. Let me go pour this out. Okay. So there we go. So we're gonna let that sit overnight. Once again, you gotta do a little step and then let it sit, do a step, let it sit. So let me move these over to the side and we'll let them sit. Okay, what I got clamped up over there, it's I'm trying to make a, how you say it, charcuterie board. So this is only the second one I made. I made one last week. It's walnut and maple, and so anyway, so yeah, I wanted to make another one. So I glued that up last night. So I'm gonna set that to the side and let that glue up. So, but I'll show you to you. That's it right there. That's what it's gonna look like. So it's only the second one I've ever made. I think they're pretty neat. I want to make me a cutting board too. So I'm gonna try that next. All right, so what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and cut. Let's cut all of our dowels off real quick. Those have been drying for over a day. And then after we do that, then we're gonna try to fix my mess up on the back piece. I got some shorter screws yesterday, Craig screws. So let's cut this. So this is the saw. I think they call this a Japanese saw or something like that. So this is what I'm gonna use. And don't worry if you scuff this a little bit, because you're gonna sand this area anyways. So, and then now you know why I got so many cutoffs. Whenever I cut with this, I try to pick up on it just a little bit at an angle like that, so these don't dig into here. But sometimes it does, and it's not the end of the world. On fine furniture, it'd probably be the end of the world, but not on patio furniture. Like I said, this is our 4th chair, and I've made a mistake on every one, but it's all part of learning. I haven't made the same mistake, but I've made different mistakes on every one. So I'll go ahead and sand this again down flush on every one. So I'll sand it down flush on every one, but then I won't stain it until I put the chair together and just do a final stain then. See how I scuffed it right there? But when you sand it, you restain it, you're good. Okay. So we got that. So let's set this to the side. And let's get our uh-oh up here and try to fix this thing. So what we're gonna do, so I went and bought some more 3/8 dowels yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and cut these. I need to measure to see how far down in the pocket holes it goes. So hold on a minute. So it's pretty much that much, which is pretty much this whole piece. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember. So what we're gonna do, we'll just put this in here like this, and then go right to the edge and cut them like that. Let's see how many we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 22 of them. So that's 1. Okay, that should be all of them right there. So let's take this over there. So right now, if I was, to drive those in there, they're pretty tight. So what I do is I put them in the drill, chuck them in the drill, and I take some sandpaper and I turn them down just a little bit so they slide in there easier. I just get a piece of this 60 grit like this, just fold it over, and then do it like that. So let's get all these sanded down real quick, and just barely chuck it up on the end is all you need. You don't need a whole lot. So about all you need. And that way it'll go in there a lot easier, see? So it's that way it gets a lot of glue around it, and you ain't got to beat them in there. So let me get all these done real quick. Okay, you definitely do not have to do that. I just found it makes it easier to put them down in the pocket holes, and it lets a little more glue get around it too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull every one screw, except for the middle one I'll do two, but I'm going to do one screw on each, put some glue down in it, put a new screw in it that I bought, which is a 2-inch screw, so we're a 1/2 inch shorter, and then I'm going to put glue in it, and then I'm going to put the plug in it, so that way when the glue's in it, so it can go ahead and set up. So let me get that done. I'm going to go ahead and do it to all of them, because even where it didn't come through the wood, it's kind of pressing up on it a little bit. So I'm hoping that the glue will get down in there, and then I'm going to take the dead blow hammer and kind of hit down on the other side and try to, hopefully it'll kind of flatten it out a little bit. But the cushion's going to be covering it, so it's really not the end of the world. I'm mad that that happened. And like I said, every time I build one of these chairs, I make a mistake. So it's going to happen. That's part of starting out. So let's get everything over here. So here's the new 2-inch. And that's where I'm going to put the 1.5 inch. Glue, and then a damp rag. What's this also? Let's move you over here so you can see. Okay. So I'm going to put the glue in first. Okay. Get back up here. So I'm hoping that this glue will get back down inside of here, but I'm not sure if it will. But that's the thought anyways. Okay. Okay. hopefully with that pan head on that screw, it's pushing some of that glue. If we see glue coming out the back, that's gonna be good. So that way we know we got glue back in there where we messed up the grain. Lesson learned. Okay, so that's all those. So let's put a little more glue back in it. I want to smear it up top a little bit. Okay, we want to shove these down in there. Okay, let me get my, oh yeah, look at that. That's what we wanted to see. So that way we know we're getting glue back where we came out. So that's definitely what we wanted to see. Okay, let me get the hammer, the demo hammer. See how it cracked out right there? It's okay because the glue is going to seal that back up in there. But you don't really want that to happen. But it gets so much glue in there and pressure. That's why. That's another reason why I started sanding them a little bit, so glue can come up around them and not split like that. Pull that out a little bit. So that'll wipe this off. And then we'll do the other ones. Okay. Okay. All right. I hate that that happened, but it wasn't that bad to fix. Just try to wipe up all the extra glue as possible. Let's see if we got squeezed out on that other side. I'm sure we do. Looky there. We run a sander over that. Won't be bad. Okay. Try to wipe up some more of this glue. Excuse me. Yep. I haven't never had that problem. Okay. All right. Problem. At least we got that problem fixed. And like I said, I hate that it happened, but I guess it just happens sometimes. All right, let's let that dry. So once we get this done, we cut these then we'll sand this piece, sand that piece, and then the pieces that we grouted, we got to put the 2x4s on the ends of those. And once again, we'll have to have them in the clamps, and we'll screw them, and then we'll plug the holes so you don't see them. And then once you get that done, then you're actually ready to start putting it all together. So we're getting there. It's if you didn't have to do the wait on the gluing and stuff like that, I mean you gotta figure I'm working on this stuff, like right now it's been right at an hour, but of course we had to fix that problem there. So it's like an hour here, hour there, hour here, hour there, you know, but all total it's probably gonna be 10 hours or so total, but you can't do it all in one day, because you gotta let, well, I mean, I guess you could if you knew what you was doing more than me. You know, you gotta let your glue dry. So I always let it dry overnight. But okay, well, I'll get back with y'all whenever this dries up and we're ready to cut that off. And then we'll be ready to put the grout, where we put the grout in, we'll be ready to put the pieces on the end. So once we put the 2x4s on the end, then I don't dowel those. I screw like 3 or 4 screws, and then I'll plug hole it. Then I'll put dowels in it, so that way it hides that, you don't really see it. And then I was at the Home Depot yesterday to get my 3/8 dowel, and I forgot I needed some 5/8. Because the 5/8 is where we put the legs together, and then I'll countersink that and plug that hole. So you'll see that. But that's where we're at. So we almost got this chair together. So I'll see y'all in a little bit.